For my project, I did my friend Jay's grandmother, Maria. Her name's Maria Robinson. They came from Colombia, and they actually were involved with a lot of the. Well, they weren't involved directly, but people they knew were involved with drug cartels, and it made it hard for them to stay out of that lifestyle and stay away from drugs and violence when she was growing up, when Mary was growing up, Maria. But it wasn't too long before they actually came to America. Maria's parents decided when she was about 10 years old that there was no way they could continue to live in Colombia with all of the drugs and violence that was going on, so they decided to move. And she didn't really have a lot of details to share with me, but she said that out of the poverty that they had, and out of all the the daily violence that was around them, she had a real appreciation for how safe it was when she moved to New Mexico and then to California and stopping in LA. She said that her father worked really hard to get them out of Colombia because he just didn't want his family growing up in beaten down homes and run down buildings that were vacant, and really weren't meant for people to live in. People were living in places that they shouldn't have to. So when they moved, even though they didn't have a lot, and even though they were on the move a lot and didn't have a lot of money or didn't always have a big place to live, she said she was always thankful for how safe she felt and that she didn't feel so much pressure from violence and drugs around her or her family once they got older, or once she got older and moved away. She said that life in America was, one, safer, two, she felt that there was just more of a place for her to grow or do something, go to school, go to university, go to college, and she felt like there were avenues that she could take to get those things done. She didn't end up going to college, but she went to high school and she got a job out of high school. She was happy that her grandson was able to go to a nice school because the school that I met Jay at is a nice private school. And she talked a lot about how her immigration status hasn't really passed down. She's been able to, and her family's been able to really build a life for themselves in America, and she's really thankful for that. She wants to continue to be a big part of American society, and having her family in America is really important to her now. She's really thankful for what the country's given to her in terms of security and safety and an opportunity to build her own life and make her own decisions and not have the decisions dictated by what was around her, the violence that was around her, or the poverty that surrounded her family. She was and is always grateful for that. She likes the abundance that she feels we have, and she likes how easy it is to be able to go get something, because she remembers when she was young, uh, just how hard it was to like having cake, was a big celebration. They would have to make it. There wasn't a store where they could go buy it or anything like that. So that's my report.